fighting for Cyclonia? That's so unwallaby.
Does this mean you're not gonna throw me to the wastelands?
Oh, I'm sorry. There you go.
Stormhawks, a show that I only got to watch a couple episodes of while it was airing and was continuously angry that I could never remember the name. Thankfully, you lovely folks directed my attention to this show and I had the luxury of watching all of it. And right from the get-go, this show kicks butt. It's got action, a unique style, even if it looks kind of weird.
Hey, don't give it to me!
No! God, please, no!
Motorcycles that transform into freaky flying machines, floating rocks because that always looks cool for whatever reason. I mean, it's like the writers sat down and tried to think of all the coolest stuff they could, and then slapped them together in a story. And they all work in the story. They aren't just shoehorned in there. So let me catch you up to speed. There was this old team called the Stormhawks that went to fight Cyclonia. They were betrayed, and Cyclonia has been a constant pain in everyone's butt. Now Arrow and his team are the last descendants of the Stormhawks, and they're trying to finish what the original Stormhawks started. The plot is pretty simple. There's an evil bad guy who does evil things because evil. You got the team of good guys that all have their unique quirks and talents so that each of them contribute equally to the team and none of them feel like they're a waste of space. It's got some good things going for it.
I unleash the full fury of nature, and you... Well, actually, I don't really care what happens to you.
What I like the best is that from episode 1, they started building the world. They had a bit of lore dump in the intro, but I didn't really feel like it was that bad. I know some people don't like exposition dumps, but this one was short, sweet, and kind of cool. They proceed to having us see the Stormhawks go about their action-packed lives, and through regular dialogue, we learn about the world and how it's different from ours. Mostly the floating rocks they call Terra, where they set up their homes.
Follow us back to our Terra. Tonight, you should be honored guests. Tomorrow... and we'll see what kind of squadron you really are.
They don't have a space of dialogue where they go, hey, go to that Terra. What's a Terra? You know, those floating rocks that we build our homes on. You don't get that. They address it as they would, and I really appreciate that. And when I say action-packed, I mean this show is pretty intense, and even though you do see some cheap choreography that kinda gives the illusion of action, there is plenty of legitimate action in this show.
It's okay, Raider. I saw this in a cartoon once.
Their noses have a solid black shadow underneath that kind of makes it look like that is their nose, and so they look like they're all dog noses, and I can't unsee it. And the comedy in this show is frequent, but it's the kind of comedy where it's a bunch of small jokes spaced out throughout each episode, and sometimes it's just weird.
Impressive.
But all that said, this show goes the extra mile to bleed cool.
Most people would say this mission is dangerous, reckless, and pretty much impossible.
In other words, just our style.
Now this show knows how to build their characters when it comes to simple and fun action cartoons. They dedicate at least one episode to give a character a spotlight so that they don't feel flat through the season. However, the best character is hands down Stork. Yes, the weird green dude. He has a dry sense of humor that works too well for reaction GIFs.
Oops.
You're wasting your time, Stork. That'll never come in handy, Stork. I was right. The rest were wrong.
Come on, Stork, where's your sense of adventure?
This is the most fun I've ever had.
Special thanks to this video's sponsor, World of Myths, a collectible card game that tackles the conventions of what card games can let you do. Not only does it have a gorgeous art style, but it allows you to set up your own tournaments and create your own stories. Choose your favorite mythology, pick your god, create your deck, and battle against others with dashing new mechanics. More mythologies are to be added, and you can jump into the fun before anyone else. Currently in early access, you can find a download link on Steam in the description below. There's 2 seasons that was released, and Season 1 starts really great, with a 2-part high-stakes mission that introduces all the characters and the villain. Then every episode is a standalone adventure, and they never really make any progress toward their goal. The whole goal is to stop Cyclonus, and they technically make progress with every episode, but it's all small side quests that never really feels like they're making real progress with the overarching goal. The season doesn't even end with a special event, it's just more of the same. Then Season 2 doesn't actually change that much in the beginning, just more one-shot adventures. But they started to actually show Master Cyclonus having an evil scheme towards the end, so at least they tried to introduce an actual plot. I like Stormhawks, but I can't help but be disappointed in it. There was no overarching plot for the majority of it, and they only really introduced a plot during the latter half of the last season, and I'm not sure if they did it because they actually wanted to introduce a plot, or if it's because they wanted to get more people interested in the show, so that the show would be renewed for a 3rd season, given that Season 2 ends with a cliffhanger.
Wow. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
You've got action figures. Why don't we have action figures?
Well, actually, behold, a Stormhawks action figure. What does this say? Is that our good old friend's Spin Master right there? It comes with a bonus DVD. Oh, neat. I have very few things that can play DVDs nowadays. It's so weird seeing a DVD just slapped in with this. Even the hey, try me thing was through the DVD, which, smart, but I'm like, you can see damage on the DVD because of people poking their finger through it. That's not a good idea. Behold the Stormhawks DVD with the episode Home Movie Night. In pretty good condition, actually. It ain't bad. No idea what I'm gonna do with this. I already watched the episode. I wonder what quality it is. And here we have Arrow, the leader of the Stormhawks, which ironically I thought was like the least interesting character, strangely enough. It's a simple toy. You rotate him and he swings, he attacks. Hiya, hiya, hiya. Dang action figures, so cool. I mean, I guess I should have gotten more action figures in order to actually play with it. Oh god, his face. Do you see the abomination that is his face? Oh, well, given the animation style, I guess you can't really model the faces too well to make it look quite right. Like, it's just, I understand. What I don't get is that it says on the packaging that there's a button on the back, which I can feel the button to try it out, but every time I do, nothing happens. Is it supposed to have sound? Is there supposed to be lights? Is that what's happening? It looks like it's supposed to light up. That's the impression I'm getting. Well, it does not. It is several years old, and now I have one. Oh, you can even see the little... I don't know if those are dots for sound. That can't be dots for sound. In his arm, you can see little dots. That can't be dots for sound, can it? No. This is too tight for... No, that can't be done. 2007 Spin Master made in China, like everything in America. Other than that, he is stuck sitting in a squat. He's stuck squatting. I don't get the logic behind it. There's not a lot of articulation with this. Hiya, hiya, hiya. What fun. I've actually never been into action. I've never really been into action figures. There's been very few action figures that I actually enjoyed, and that was the Batman Brave and the Bold action figure line. Those were like the only ones I enjoyed. That's because the designs were so appealing. I don't know. Behold, the Carl's Jr. Hardy's toy. Cool Kid Combo toy. Do you guys have it as it's Hardy's or as Carl's Jr.? Leave in the comments below. This is, who kept this? This came out in 2007? Why did somebody keep this? I found it online, okay? I'm gonna open it. Oh, wow, that looks ugly. Oh, geez. There's our hero Arrow, guys. In that super realistic paint job and modeling. It's a cheap kids meal toy. Like, what was I expecting? The side has just a sticker of Stormhawks on it. It looks so ugly. Why did I get this? Wow. Does it do like... No? It's just that. This was not a good idea. But wait, I got something that was definitely a good idea. Because I got the frickin' Condor, boy! Yeah! Patrol the skies. The ultimate playset. There is nothing better than this one playset. You won't need anything more. The Condor Battlecruiser. Pump and launch for rapid fire flight. It looks pretty awesome. I have seen no picture and no video of this. So yeah, I'm opening it up. What's on the back? Well, oh my gosh, I'll be darned. There is, look at that. It shows all of the other action figures that you can get. And there is no girl action figures. Master Cyclonus and Piper is not part of it.
Hey, why don't I have an action figure?
Oh, that's because the brainiacs in merchandising say girl figures don't sell.
Well, I'll be darned. I can't find a Piper action figure. There's only Stork, Finn, Arrow, Radar, Junko, Dark Ace, and Snipe. What the heck? Like, frankly, if I had the option to get Master Cyclonus, I'd get her. She's the coolest one. She didn't really do much in the show, but I liked her the most. Scratch that, I like her the second best. Stork was the best. I am keeping true to my word. Stork is the best character. Let's open this up. I'm just stalling for time. I don't need to push my opinion of best waifu of Stormhawks on you guys anymore. Oh my gosh, this is huge. Oh jeez. Got it. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Oh, okay. Hang on. Goes down here. I was wondering. That was not well designed if this was the case. I thought it was just, hey, it rotates. Wow, crazy. No, I'm just an idiot. That's what happened. There we go. Behold the frickin' Condor. Now this was worth the, what, 25 bucks? It's not, oh, is that how you do it? Maybe? I will shoot one of the battle cruisers, don't worry. It's actually modeled like a gun, has a little handle at the bottom here, so you can go pew, pew! It's got a little, the hatch opens up and you can see inside. This is actually kind of cool. I like this. This is a cool toy. You can see inside the ship for the place where you sit and navigate the ship. I forget what it's called, I'm sorry. This also opens up. Oh, this is the other one. Hey, has a little eye, has a little scope, has a little eyeball scope. That's great. Look at that, that is fantastic. Pops open, oh, you can take it out, hey. All right, now we have the piece de resistance. We have, I think this is Junko? Yeah, this is Junko. We have Junko, which is very flimsy. It feels like duct tape. Not duct tape, it feels like packaging tape. That kind of material. So what we gotta do, apparently, is we gotta take this piece of cardboard out. Okay, here we go. You hook the plane on the metal rod that's in there, pull this thingy back. I think it's just a pump action. It's just a pump action. That's it. And this actually cannot go back unless there's something in there. That is interesting. What is this? Finn? There is no Piper. There's Arrow, Finn, and Junko. Really? So you just Hey, it actually went a few distance. You couldn't see that. This is not bad. I like this. The Condor, this is not bad. I'd probably never actually use it to fling the tape planes. But this is kind of neat. I like this. I kind of just want to have this hanging up in my room displayed, descended from the ceiling. This is awesome! So, what happened?
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
Well, Stormhawks came out in 2007 and lasted until somewhere in 2009. And this was just before a really weird transition in Cartoon Network, because this is when people were being changed and they started making live-action shows. You know, the stuff that no one really wanted. It also had to go against the introduction of Total Drama Island, which we all know was far more popular. Really, Stormhawks was put in a position where it didn't have any room to show us what it could really do. If you ask me, I think it'd be great to be redone in a story-driven action series on something like Netflix or some other streaming platform. But given that I couldn't even remember the name, and I actually watched some of the show while it was airing, I doubt there will actually be that much demand for it. If you ask me, Stormhawks never lived up to its potential, and though it's not a bad show, there is better shows out there. That's everything I have for this video. Don't forget, sharing is caring. And hey, I have a Patreon if you're into that sort of thing. Stay beautiful, and keep playing.